devices for the duration of the ceremony. Thank you. Good morning. I am Drill Sergeant Leader Golden, your Master of Ceremony. We would like to extend a warm welcome to Command Sergeant Major Steele, distinguished guests, families, and friends to the United States Army Drill Sergeant Academy graduation ceremony for Class 011-25. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entrance to the official party. The invocation is given by Chaplain Jackson and the playing of our national anthem.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this great day and for the occasion that we gather. We also thank you for all that have made this graduation day a reality. We now ask your blessings on these graduates as they walk across this stage this morning and into a new chapter of their lives as one of many in a long line of professionals who have answered the call to become United States Army Drill Sergeants. We ask that you will grant them, give them the strength and endurance do the job they have been to do. We ask you grant them courage to be men and women of integrity in all they say and do. And we ask that you grant them wisdom as they lead the next generation of America's sons and daughters to become American soldiers. We also thank you for the families and friends gathered here this morning supporting their loved ones. Be with us today as we celebrate a milestone in the lives of these new drill sergeants. And bless them as they embark on this new path. For it is in your holy name that we pray. Amen.
Please be seated.
Take seats.
Since 1964, drill sergeants have been responsible for training our Army's volunteer fighting force. Fort Jackson is home to the only drill sergeant academy in our Army, and it is responsible for providing drill sergeants to every training center across the initial military training enterprise. Since its inception, the purpose of the United States Army Drill Sergeant program has been to transform sergeants into drill sergeants, who in turn have the responsibility to transform into soldiers our national treasure. The thousands of American young men and women who have volunteered to answer the call of a grateful nation. The job of the drill sergeant is one of a professional trainer, coach, mentor, and leader. This is not an easy task or simple job. It comes with sacrifices that each drill sergeant must make in order to perform this extremely important mission. Those who are graduating today will spend the next 2 to 3 years on the trail training the next generation of our Army. The phrase "on the trail" comes from the frontier days when cattle were driven from California to Colorado to be marketed. The original drill sergeants coined this phrase because of the similar process of moving soldiers from one place to another with few problems or loss along the way. There is a continued effort to move drill sergeants to that high degree of excellence and expertise for which they are known. The drill sergeant course is both stressful and challenging. The 9 weeks of training are broken down to 12-hour days, adding up to 446 hours of instruction. This training is a privilege reserved for the best of the best. Only the top 10% of all sergeants, Army-wide, are eligible to attend the drill sergeant course. Not all sergeants complete this difficult period of training. On 09 April 2025, 131 candidates arrived. During the course, sergeants were removed for various reasons, resulting in the 107 that are graduating here today. Those graduating represent disciplined, motivated, physically fit drill sergeants who exemplify the drill sergeant creed. All drill sergeants truly are the proud example of our Army and will undoubtedly transform the next generation of civilian volunteers into soldiers that are fully capable of defeating any enemy on today's modern battlefield. A drill sergeant is the most challenging and rewarding assignment a non-commissioned officer will ever experience. They must transform civilians into soldiers and prepare those soldiers to fight and win in today's complex world. Ladies and gentlemen, identified by their distinctive headgear are the drill sergeant leaders responsible for the training and mentoring of today's graduating class. Drill sergeant leaders instruct the course in small groups of 20 candidates on average. They are highly motivated, professional, and seasoned drill sergeants who have a minimum of 1 year experience in the initial entry training environment from any of the 4 training centers and advanced individual training locations. They were hand-selected to serve as drill sergeant leaders. As a result of demonstrating expert leadership, mastery of warrior tasks and battle drills, and consistently performing at the top 1% of their peers. In addition, all have completed the TRADOC Drill Sergeant Leader Certification Program. Please join me in a round of applause for their hard work and dedication. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commandant of the United States Army Drill Sergeant Academy, Sergeant Major Joshua R. Vital.
Woo! Here we go! Hey, turn me up a little bit. That's it. You know I like to be quiet. All right, hey team, there we go. We're going to fire this place up a little bit. Hey, good morning. Good morning. No, that's not how we roll here. We're going to have to do a little better because you're going to have to motivate me. I'm going to provide a little motivation for you. So, good morning. Good morning. Now we can train. Good morning, Command Sergeant Major Golden, because you're not nobody. Battle. And Command Sergeant Major Steele. Distinguished guests, families, and friends. Thank you for joining us today for the Drill Sergeant Academy graduation ceremony for Class 01125. WOLFPACK, no slack. Always got your back. From the attendance today, it is clear these drill sergeants have amazing families and friends supporting them. What a great day to be a soldier. Even better day to be here, surrounded by the future of the United States Army, represented by the Army's newest drill sergeants graduating here today. The fact that the United States Army Drill Sergeant Academy is the gold standard for NCO development and cadre certification is clearly on display. My name is Command Sergeant Major Josh Bible. I am the Commandant, proudly serving alongside the most highly motivated and well-trained drill sergeants in the United States Army. A drill sergeant is the standard bearer for the United States Army and the very epitome of what we expect of a soldier. They live the Army values, exemplify the warrior ethos, and are guardians of the Army profession. Drill sergeants are responsible for coaching, teaching, motivating, inspiring, and mentoring the future of the Army as they transform them from civilians to combat-ready soldiers. A typical day as a drill sergeant starts before dawn, ends well after sundown. Drill sergeants are the first impression for every trainee and all that they know of the Army. Drill sergeants, they will emulate you. They will want to be you. Being a drill sergeant is one of the most demanding and difficult jobs in our Army. It is also one of the most rewarding. How critical a drill sergeant is to our Army cannot be overstated, nor can the sacred trust that is being bestowed on you today. American families all across this great land, represented by some of them here in this theater who made the very same decision at some point for you, are going to entrust you with the most important thing in their lives, their children. The future of America is being placed in your care for the most formative time in their Army careers, certainly, but I would also say their lives. Your impact will last a lifetime, just as you remember your drill sergeants, Staff Sergeant Ronnie Bush and Sergeant First Class Roderick McCottrell, in case you're wondering who mine were. Your soldiers will remember you. Will you be remembered for how you invested in them, believed in them when they didn't believe in themselves, always enforced the standard, and challenged them to keep going? Or will you be remembered for something else? Class 01125, congratulations on accomplishing this daunting challenge. You met or exceeded every standard. You surmounted every obstacle. But the challenge is just beginning. Enjoying the time between now and when you report, take time to reflect on the challenge that lies ahead and what you hope to achieve. There will be times when you are tired, hot, cold, hungry, and more. Look to your battle buddies during these times and spur one another along. Your experience as a drill sergeant will be directly impacted by the battle buddy you are and the ones you have. The task is great. You are charged with nothing less than training tomorrow's leaders. The Army, the country, and the Constitution are depending on you. Today's guest speaker is the 120th AG Battalion Command Sergeant Major at the front door of Fort Jackson. He completed VCT and AIT right here a while ago as an administrative specialist. He's held every leadership position from administration sergeant to his present assignment as the senior NCO responsible for receiving every trainee on Fort Jackson. In the summer, that's about 14,000 at any one point. The long list of assignments and numerous organizations demonstrate his exceptional performance, character, and stewardship of the profession. Please join me in welcoming Command Sergeant Major Ronald Steele.
Good morning. Man, y'all tired already? Let me see if I can wake you up with the logic. First position, which I would name, explain, have demonstrated, and which you will conduct practical work on, is the round of applause. So let's give our class a round of applause. I know these drill sergeants remember that all too well, because you've experienced that over the last few weeks. But again, I say good morning. Thank you very much. It is a day, the newest drill sergeants of the United States Army. To the Commandant, the drill sergeant leaders, other leadership here in attendance today, families, and most importantly, to you, the graduates, congratulations. How to build soldiers is about more than physical fitness and drill and ceremony. It's about cultivating mental toughness, fostering teamwork, and igniting a fire within each soldier. A fire of discipline, dedication, and unwavering commitment. I've had the privilege of serving alongside soldiers forged by exceptional drill sergeants. Soldiers who understand the importance of attention to detail, the power of motivation, and the necessity of the genuine care of those under their charge. These weren't just technically proficient soldiers. They were leaders who inspired confidence and fostered a sense of belonging. The Army is evolving. The challenges we face are complex and ever-changing. And that means the role of the drill sergeant is more critical than ever. You must be adaptable, innovative, and committed to continuous improvement. You must be able to connect with trainees from diverse backgrounds to help them overcome their individual obstacles. Remember this. The trainees who come to you will be scared. They'll face uncertainty and be pushed to their limits. They will need your guidance, your patience, and your unwavering belief in their potential. Be firm, be demanding, but always be fair. Treat them with respect, even when they don't deserve it, because they deserve the opportunity to earn it. The impact you have on these soldiers will extend far beyond their initial training. You will shape their careers, influence their lives, and ultimately contribute to the strength of our nation. As you move forward, embrace the challenge. Lead with courage, compassion, and integrity. And never forget the profound responsibility you now carry. Congratulations again, drill sergeants. Go forth and build an army worthy of the sacrifices made to protect our freedom. We set the example. This will defend. Let's graduate.
The Drill Sergeant Academy would like to recognize supporters of the cycle for their exceptional professionalism and dedication to excellence in support of the unit's total mission. Presenting the supporter awards is Drill Sergeant Leader Williams. The staff supporter of the cycle is Staff Sergeant Natasha Bolilov for outstanding service and dedication to the cadre of the United States Army Drill Sergeant Academy. The training supporter of the cycle is Sergeant First Class James Jones. His behind-the-scenes attention to detail kept training on track with limited distractions. Please join me in a round of applause for the supporter awardees. Drill and ceremony is the basis for standards and discipline in the initial entry training environment. During the course, the drill sergeant candidates are instructed and assessed on their ability to perform and teach drill and ceremony positions and movements, culminating with a drill and ceremony competition. The squad that displayed the highest level of proficiency is awarded the drill and ceremony trophy to be displayed until the following cycle. For Class 011-25, the drill and ceremony competition winner is 2nd Platoon, 2nd Squad, who was led by Drill Sergeant Etchung. Please join me and a round of applause for the winning squad of the drill and ceremony competition. At the Drill Sergeant Academy, it is tradition to appropriately recognize those who have distinguished themselves by their outstanding performance. In keeping with this tradition, the following awards are presented. The Drill Sergeant Leader of the Cycle is the Drill Sergeant Leader who displayed the highest contribution to the entire platoon and created an impeccable training and learning environment, and displayed a standard for all graduating drill sergeants to follow. For Class 011-25, the Drill Sergeant Leader of the Cycle is Drill Sergeant Leader Oliver. Command Sergeant Major Bible will now present Drill Sergeant Leader Oliver with a coin for his outstanding dedication to the success of the Drill Sergeant Class 011-25. Additionally, First Command will present Drill Sergeant Leader Oliver with a token to signify his hard work and dedication. Please join me in a round of applause for the Drill Sergeant Leader of the Cycle. Senior Drill Sergeant Leader Smith will now present the graduating class with their distinctive headgear. Please hold your applause and cheering until the awardees have been acknowledged. The following drill sergeant has far exceeded the core standards, demonstrated exceptional physical fitness, maintained a grade point average in the top 1% of his graduating class, and qualified expert with an M4 carbine with backup iron sights. For these achievements, this drill sergeant has earned the highest academic achievement and is rightfully named the Distinguished Honor Grad for Class 011-25. Drill Sergeant Jaden Yanarelli, 108 Training Command. The Leadership Award is presented to the candidate who has displayed the highest degree of professionalism and demonstrated sound judgment while performing in leadership positions. The Leadership Award recipient is Drill Sergeant Nevada Sorensen, 108 Training Command. Drill Sergeant Sorensen is also a member of the Commandant's List. The Iron Drill Sergeant Award is given to the candidates who displayed the highest degree of physical fitness during the Army Combat Fitness Test. The Iron Drill Sergeant Award recipients are Drill Sergeant Terrence Johnson, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Drill Sergeant Celia Moraro, Fort Benning, Georgia. Drill Sergeant Moraro is also a member of the Commandant's List. Each awardee will be presented with a token of appreciation and support for exceeding the standards while in the course. The Drill Sergeant Academy would like to express sincere gratitude to First Command for donating these awards. Please join me in a round of applause for the awardees. The following drill sergeants have exceeded the course standards, demonstrated exceptional physical fitness, and maintained a grade point average in the top 20% of their graduating class. For these achievements, they are rightfully placed on the Commandant's List. Drill Sergeant Mackenzie Pepper, Fort Eustis, Virginia. Please join me in a round of applause for the Commandant's List. Ladies and gentlemen, the following drill sergeants are graduates of Class 011-25. Please hold your applause and cheering until the last drill sergeant is acknowledged.
Drill Sergeant Jesus Aguilar, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Drill Sergeant Logan Alba, Fort Benning, Georgia. Drill Sergeant Robert Allen, Fort Eustis, Virginia. Drill Sergeant Philip Allen, Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Drill Sergeant Rosella Alvarez, Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Drill Sergeant Rashard Anderson, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Drill Sergeant Richard Barrett, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Drill Sergeant Nicholas Beelan, Fort Sam Houston, Texas. Drill Sergeant Michael Berry, 108 Training Command. Drill Sergeant James Bodie, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Drill Sergeant Zachary Bramble, Fort Benning, Georgia. Drill Sergeant Dylan Brown, Fort Benning, Georgia. Drill Sergeant Octavius Brown, Fort Grand Island, Virginia. Drill Sergeant Nolan Buck, Fort Benning, Georgia.
Drill Sergeant Tavia Buckner, Fort Sam Houston, Texas. Drill Sergeant Courtney Sherry, Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Drill Sergeant Gianna Chevrolet, Fort Meade, Maryland. Drill Sergeant Jordan Top, 108 Training Command.
Drill Sergeant Douglas Crawford Jr., Fort Greg Adams, Virginia.
Drill Sergeant Nina De Los Angeles, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Drill Sergeant Brianna Decker, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Drill Sergeant A.J. Dizon, Fort Leonard, Missouri. Drill Sergeant Isaiah New, Fort Sam Houston, Texas. Drill Sergeant Lawrence Hatchall, Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Drill Sergeant Mackenzie Edwards, Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Drill Sergeant Sean Evans, Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Drill Sergeant Tatiana Bell, Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Drill Sergeant Artez Fennell, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Drill Sergeant Garrett Levin, Fort Leonard, Missouri.
Drill Sergeant Andrea Flores, Fort Grand Adams, Virginia.
Drill Sergeant Cody Flowers, Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Drill Sergeant Dustin Forney, Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Drill Sergeant Jalitza Geraldo, Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Drill Sergeant Natalie Gonzalez, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Drill Sergeant Deanna Brado, Wanaway Training Command.
Drill Sergeant Jose Granado, Fort Leonard, Missouri. Drill Sergeant Bradley Bryan, Fort Benning, Georgia. Drill Sergeant Arturo Guerrero, Fort Sam Houston, Texas. Drill Sergeant Juan Gutierrez, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Drill Sergeant Ryan Haefner, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Drill Sergeant Jasmine Hamer, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. We love you, Jasmine.
Drill Sergeant John Hanley,
Jackson, South Carolina. Drill Sergeant Joshua Irish, Fort Eisenhower, Georgia.
Drill Sergeant Angelica Jackson, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Drill Sergeant Jasmine Jackson, Fort Benning, Georgia.
Drill Sergeant Joshua Jacobs, Fort Benning, Georgia.
Drill Sergeant Jose Harding, Fort Brick Island, Virginia. Drill Sergeant James Johnson, Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Drill Sergeant Robert Jones, 108 Training Command. Drill Sergeant Pedro Juarez, Fort Benning, Georgia. Drill Sergeant Joseph Kelly, 108 Training Command. Drill Sergeant Gavin Conan, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Drill Sergeant Peyton Prisoner, Fort Benning, Georgia.
Drill Sergeant J. Young Lee, Fort Eisenhower, Georgia.
Drill Sergeant Melanisha Lindsay, Fort Benning, Georgia.
Drill Sergeant Abel Laura, 108 Training Command. Drill Sergeant Derek Mott, Fort Benning, Georgia.
Drill Sergeant Bradley Barton, Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Drill Sergeant Brian Martin, Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Yeah. Drill Sergeant David Matheny, Fort Benning, Georgia. Drill Sergeant Eugene McLaurin, Fort Sam Houston, Texas. Drill Sergeant Austin McMaster, Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Drill Sergeant Ryan McNeil, 108, Training Command. Drill Sergeant Armando Mejia, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Woo! Drill Sergeant Luis Mendoza, Fort Bragg Adams, Virginia. Drill Sergeant Eduardo Mesa, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Drill Sergeant Christopher Milford, Fort Huachuca, Arizona. Drill Sergeant Christopher Morgan, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Drill Sergeant Daniel Murdoch, Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Drill Sergeant Shania Myers, Fort Eustis, Virginia.
Drill Sergeant Rochelle Parker, Fort Bragg Adams, Virginia.
Drill Sergeant Juan Penn, Fort Great Elm, Virginia. Drill Sergeant Ezekiel Phillips, Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Drill Sergeant Louisa Maznia, Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Drill Sergeant Joseph Ramirez, 108 Training Command.
Drill Sergeant Lindsay Reynoso, Fort Bragg Adams, Virginia. Drill Sergeant Amanda Reynolds, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Drill Sergeant Brandon Roberts, Fort Benning, Georgia. Come on in.
Drill Sergeant Caitlin Robertson, Fort Eustis, Virginia.
Drill Sergeant Kelvin Robinson, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Drill Sergeant Kenesha Robles, Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Drill Sergeant Jesus Rodriguez, 108 Training Command.
Drill Sergeant Angel Santiago, Fort Great Island, Virginia. Drill Sergeant Angel Santiago, 108, Training Command. Drill Sergeant Angus Savage, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Drill Sergeant Jakeem Sellers, Fort Greg Adams, Virginia. Drill Sergeant Peter Smith, Jr., Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Drill Sergeant Robert St. Thomas, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Drill Sergeant Jorge Torres, Fort Eisenhower, Georgia.
Platoon.
Drill Sergeant Dale Valkyrie, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
God did it. Valerie.
Drill Sergeant Brian Hyatt, Fort Allen, Puerto Rico.
Drill Sergeant Jacqueline Vargas, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Drill Sergeant Reed Bernard, Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Drill Sergeant Devon Watt, Hempstead, Nevada. Drill Sergeant Colton Wiggins, 108, Training Command. Yeah. Get bigger hands.
Drill Sergeant Alan Ziller, Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for the Army's newest drill sergeant. At this time, Leadership Awardee Drill Sergeant Sorensen will present a token of appreciation to the guest speaker, Command Sergeant Major Ronald M. Steele.
Our Major, on behalf of Class 011-25,
WOLFPACK!
accept the token of appreciation for your kind words and wisdom.
You have become what you have set out to be. A drill sergeant in the United States Army. The Drill Sergeant Creed is your declaration of unshakable commitment to the ideals this nation was founded upon and will continue to guarantee. At this time, drill sergeants, past and present, please stand as the drill sergeant leader of the cycle, Drill Sergeant Leader Oliver, leads the graduating class in the reciting of the Drill Sergeant Creed. The Drill Sergeant Creed is not a creed for every NCO in the Army. The honor and privilege is given to these non-commissioned officers to transform America's sons and daughters from civilians to soldiers, to fight and win the wars of this great nation.
I am a drill sergeant.
I will assist each individual in their efforts to become a highly motivated, well-disciplined, physically and mentally fit soldier, capable of defeating any enemy on today's modern battlefield. I will instill pride in all I train, pride itself in the Army and in country. I will insist that each soldier meets and maintains the Army standards of military merit and courtesy, consistent with the highest traditions of the U.S. Army. I will lead by example, never requiring a soldier to attempt any task I would not do myself. But first, last, and always, I am an American soldier, sworn to defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, both foreign and domestic. I am a drill sergeant.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Army Song and remain standing for the departure of the official party. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated as the drill sergeants of class 011-25 exit the building. You will be able to join them shortly.
Right. Hey. Over. Hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Here we go.
WOLFPACK! WOLFPACK! WOLFPACK leads the way!
1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3.
Here we go! WOLFPACK! WOLFPACK! WOLFPACK leads the way!
No limit to the limit. I got a soldier.
No limit to the limit, I'm not a soldier.
You don't wanna go to war with a soldier.
You don't want to go to war with a soldier.
Ooh, I wanna slap somebody.
I want to slap somebody.
Ooh, I wanna kill somebody.
I want to kill somebody.
Go there.
Hey!
Oh, there.
Hey!
Go there.
Hey!
Left, right, go there.
You got it.
Left, right, go there.
You got it.
Oh, there.
Hey!
Left, right, go there.
You got it.
Hey, oh, there.
Just like it is one time, 2 times, 3 times. Shoot him in the head, kill Just like get busy one time, two time, three time. Lock, cock, and loaded.
Bullets depleted.
Bullets depleted.
Can't be defeated.
Can't be defeated.
These are the weapons that I go to war with.
These are the weapons that I go to war with.
These are the weapons that I like to kill with.
These are the weapons that I like to kill with.
Unfaithful.
Wolfpack, Wolfpack, Wolfpack leads the way. Wolfpack, Wolfpack, Wolfpack leads the way.
This will defend.
This concludes our graduation ceremony. We would like to thank you for your